What's going on, people? It's your boy Tots back again. Arsenal draw against Liverpool, 2-0 down to 2-2. And let's get through the game, man. A quick review of the game. Obviously, going into the game, I didn't really have high hopes of the game. I felt like Liverpool were going to go to a easy victory, especially how Arsenal have been playing the last 2-3 games, losing 3 in a row, 2 to PSG, 1 to Bournemouth. And I thought like to myself, I think Liverpool are going to go here, celebrations, all of that good stuff. And yeah, we started the game absolutely atrociously. Actually, I would say the first 5 minutes, Saka had a glorious chance. Ball over the top to Saka. Great free kick by Odegaard. Great routine. Onside as well. Saka should have done better. Didn't even hit the target. Out for a goal kick. So that was the start of the game. And then after that, Liverpool just absolutely dominated. Arsenal were being run ragged. The midfield, Thomas Partey, Marino was getting outdone the entire half. We were really, really struggling. And yeah, it was actually a chance from Diaz set up by Salah in the first place that Ray made a great save. I thought Ray had a very good game, actually, making good saves throughout the entire game. Diaz probably should have scored, so that would have been 1-1. You would say, obviously, Diaz would have scored, and then Yamande, obviously, Saka would have scored to make it 1-1 if they both. It was 0-0, but then it was actually 1-0 to Liverpool. It was poor defended by Saliba, Kivior, and the rest of them. They fell asleep through a quick throw by Liverpool. Ball into the box, and a free header by Gakpo. Poor defending, man. Free header into the back of net to make it 1-0 to Liverpool. And then by the time I could even set my timer, set my clock, it was 2-0 to Liverpool, losing the ball in transition. I can't remember who it was. It was Marino, Partey, one of them lost the ball in transition. And it was a quick break on the right-hand side of Liverpool. And it was a quick fire break. I don't know what the keeper was doing out of his area. Diaz with an absolute tap-in. Poor defending again by, I think it was Ben White or I can't remember who it was. It might be Lewis Skelly, Ben White, one of the guys. I can't even remember, man. It was poor defending to make it 2-0. And at this stage, I'm thinking this is going to be 4-5-6. We were holding on. We weren't creating anything going forward. Nothing really substantial as well. But then we actually had a change in terms of how we were playing in the second half. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. So I'm saying we changed it in the second half. Martinelli was playing more up front. Trossard went to the left, and Trossard had a very good second half, to be fair. And he was creating a chance for Marino, who should have scored in the first minute of the game. And then we did score. It was a ball that came in, a great ball into the area, and it was a great header by Martinelli drifting in past Van Dijk into the back of the net. Another header to make it 2-1 to Liverpool. Second header he scored actually at Anfield as well. Scored a header before. I think he scored a header. No, he didn't. That was Jesus. But we have scored a few headers at Anfield before. Obviously, Gabriel scored one last season as well. To make it 2-1, and then also had gained a bit of momentum in the game. And then we actually ended up drawing the game. We actually got a equalizing goal. We were probing. We had a few half chances that obviously Alisson was saving. I think Ben White had a shot that was saved. And then again, it was Odegaard actually found his shooting boots. I didn't think he had a particularly great game in the first half at all. I thought it was awful. Second half, he picked up a little bit, and it was a shot from range, hitting the bar, hitting the post, onto the post, back out to Marino, who was onside. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he was getting absolutely booed. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He was getting absolutely booed out the building in the game. He was keeping Marino onside with a tap-in header into an empty goal to make it 2-2. A great comeback by Arsenal, we'll have to say. But it's just very, very, very frustrating because, again, it's a combat where the pressure is off. It just feels like with this team, when the pressure's off, that's when they start to play. I know we had injuries, but at the same time, it was not acceptable how we started that game, even if it was a game where nothing was really to play for. For us, it's the pride. It's the fact we've lost 3 games in a row. We had to really stamp our authority. And I feel like we didn't have the performance required, especially in that first half that was necessary, playing against a big team, a top team like Liverpool. Second half, they definitely improved and definitely showed that they had a little bit of fight in them, got it back to 2-2 in obviously a difficult ground at Anfield. And Marino with the goal. And we could have gone on to win it, but Marino, again, a poor decision. I thought he was actually poor in the game, even though he scored the equalizing goal. I don't like him in midfield. He was sluggish, he was sloppy, he was losing the ball, he was getting dispossessed. He doesn't like pressing players. He's not very mobile. I just don't want to see him in midfield at all. Up front is positioning for me. He got dispossessed, and then maybe hints of a foul by Jota, a little bit of a push, but again, he was sliding all over the gaff. And then Yamande, I can't remember who it was that was obviously going in for a shot. It was a late challenge by Marino, and yeah, he got second booking, which was a second booking, and he got sent off. Luckily, Arsenal were pretty lucky that Aussie Party didn't get a few bookings because he had 2 or 3 challenges where he should have been booked, but he didn't. But yeah, poor by Marino, and it's a massive miss because again, he's going to be missing the next game against Newcastle, which we probably need to at least get a draw from to kind of solidify our spot into the Champions League or maybe even second place. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But we'll see what happens, obviously, in terms of that respect. But yeah, Arsenal drawing the game, hanging on. Obviously, Liverpool had a chance or had a goal disallowed, which was given for a foul on Lewis Skelly by Konate, which was rightfully so given. But yeah, apart from that, man, but yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Well, big up the chat. Make sure you guys like on the video, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, let me have a look at the chat once again. Might say, game of 2 halves for me. We got Chris. Once Marino got sent off, Arteta was happy with the point. It was Sabozlai foul, Marino found. I'll big yourself up for the obviously for the comment as well. We got Jake as well. Yeah, man. I think that was correct, man. I think obviously we're trying to go for the win, and yeah, obviously Odegaard could have won it at the end, and then you guys obviously had the corner that was scored, that was cleared off. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But yeah, bit little too late, unfortunately, in terms of obviously Arsenal and this season has been absolutely atrocious. And obviously to make it worse, Trossard went off with a hamstring injury. And yeah, and Marino's going to be missing the next game. So, bro, that Newcastle game is going to be a bit techie, man. But overall, I'm happy that they showed a bit of fight and actually got back to 2-2. But again, like I said, when the pressure is on, we need to make sure we deliver, man. That's the key thing for me. When the pressure's on, we crumble too often, bro. When the pressure's off, we play our football, we do our thing. I think Liverpool were a bit relaxed, maybe too relaxed, but obviously something was said in the changing room at half time. We came out with a bit more of an intent, bit more direct, put balls into the box. And I thought Martinelli had a very good performance in the second half. He was everywhere trying to press, trying to win the ball back. And we won the ball back in the final third quite a few times, for sure. And yeah, and I think Trossard had a good game as well in the second half too. So games were definitely a game of 2 halves, like Chris said. Fair result for me. I think it was a fair result as well. I think a draw was fair. I think obviously Liverpool were by far the better team in the first half, but I think we grew into the game, got a couple of goals, and I think we were warranted the point. I think a draw was a fair point. Do you know what I mean? The comeback from Arsenal and the start that Liverpool made was great. But yeah, man, that's probably obviously going to be my review, man. Big up, Jake. Today Liverpool drew today, 100%. But yeah, I think overall it was a fair result, and we'll see what Arsenal can do again. I just really want the season to end, if I'm being perfectly honest, and just go again. If I'm being perfectly honest, man, because again, it's just not been good enough overall for Arsenal. But congrats to Liverpool. We gave them the Guard of Honor as well. And yeah, we move on, man. We move on to the Newcastle game next Sunday, and we'll see what happens then. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow for an Arsenal and Chill with Colin, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But until then, don't hate to play at the game. And until then, people, I am out. Peace and love.